For more, let's go to Berlin. Falko Drossman sits on the German Parliament's Defense Committee. Thank you for speaking with us here on France 24.
Well, good evening from Berlin.
France has military bases around the world. Post-war, this is kind of a first, isn't it, this announcement?
Actually, it was kind of surprising, but for us as politicians, it's a logical thing, because we already had about 3,000 soldiers deployed, most of them in Germany, but also already always ready to go to Lithuania. Is just the next step to have them there permanently.
Have them there permanently, have a permanent base. It's going to take a little while to set up, says the defense minister.
Well, first thing, this is the first time for Germany doing that, like deploying a whole brigade outside of Germany. We haven't done that with the German Bundestag. So it's something very new. And of course, we need the whole infrastructure. If you go to Rukla at the moment, to the barracks, they're not supposed to have so many soldiers there on a regular basis permanently. So Lithuania has to provide the infrastructure. We have to build it, and that will last a couple of years.
Have to make it last a couple of years. Are you surprised that how much consensus there is in the Bundestag over this? Very little pushback.
Well, Boris Pistorius is a minister who's leading the forces. That's what he's supposed to do as a minister of defense. And, you know, for us, it was kind of surprising, but it's the logical next step. So I think there will be a big majority if all the infrastructure problems, if all the situations with NATO, if all the situations with our forces, if that's all spoken out, if we have discussed about that, that will happen.
Everybody's watching the infighting in Russia, but that doesn't mean that the war in Ukraine is going to end anytime soon. Can Germany go faster in providing more of those Leopard tanks, for instance?
Well, that's a different topic you are asking at the moment, but it's okay. Well, you know in what situation our forces were before that cruelty happened there. And we spent, as the Deutsche Bundestag, as the parliament, we spent an additional 100 billion euros to get our forces in shape and to supply them with the most modern weapons. So I think Germany in Europe is number one at the moment to provide weapons to Ukraine. And as long as we are able to defend our country, to defend NATO, we will provide Ukraine everything Ukraine needs.
Everything Ukraine needs.
As long as we are able to defend the NATO and to fulfill our contracts and to defend our country, of course, yes.
What do you make of what's happening in Moscow right now? What's your reading of it?
Well, actually, it's not up to me to speculate. I'm a parliamentarian, not a member of the government. And, well, of course, we get our information from the media and we get our information from our secret services. But, you know, there's one way to end all this. It's if the Russian forces retreat from Ukraine, and I'm talking about the whole Ukraine. But this has nothing to do with stationing a whole brigade. That's just a sign that NATO stands together and that we are willing and able to protect the Eastern Front. And that's independent from the situation in Ukraine.
Falko Drossman, again, I talk about the fact that Germany, a country that was thought long and hard before going all in when it comes to bolstering its defense, when it comes to going all in for Ukraine on this one. A large consensus. It's not complete. That weekend local election where the far right did well, could we see more of that as the war drags on?
Actually, this you know, there's a big consensus in the Deutsche Bundestag. Actually, it's the three parties that are carrying the government at the moment, and the conservatives, they are on our side with supporting everything for Ukraine we can. So I'm not really worried that that is going to change, even though we have this very right-wing party. But in my opinion, this is just an episode.
Just an episode. Falko Drossman, so many thanks for joining us from Berlin.
Yes, you're more than welcome. It was nice to talk to you. Thank you.